Wuthering Waves anniversary is upon us, and what an absolute crazy amount of events that Kuro has given us. There is so much to do here, it can be overwhelming, and in this video I want to go over everything about anniversary and hopefully give you guys a more streamlined and optimized path while breaking down what to do. But before I break down that content, if you like this video, find it helpful, or my content, make sure to smash that like button and consider subscribing to the YouTube channel for more content like this in the future. Also, I stream over at Twitch every Monday, Thursday, and Sunday, so consider joining me there. I would love to see you guys there and have a chat. All right, let's get into the content. Okay, so starting off with Tidal Festivities. These are web events and they go till July 23rd. And this one, we have Resounding Waves and Tidal Festivities. As far as I know, these web events aren't unlocked yet. I don't know if the traffic from, everybody trying to go in is just kind of crashing them or not, but I have not been able to log into these, so I can't make a guide on that right now. But in the future, once it unlocks, I will make another video talking about them and showcasing them. Then you have Gifts of the Grand Celebration. Now, this is another one where you just have to log in after 22 days. Just don't forget about this one and just come in and you're gonna get your avatar, Moment of Resonance, and your Radiant Tide. So just don't forget about them. Make sure after 3 weeks from now you log in here and you get your rewards. Then we have Cube, Cubic, and Cubie. This is the main part of anniversary and it's broken down into a lot of different places, so let's go over all that now. The standard rewards, do make sure that you're going through both of these menus because both of them give you different things. Now this is time gated a little bit and we'll talk about why and just a bit further in the video, but just know there's Warriors Deeds and Warriors Challenges. Make sure you're going through and doing all of them and just clearing out. It's all pretty much simple stuff. Unlock modules, clear level 5, level 10 of the castle, stuff like that. It's all relatively like standard stuff. You also have the limited time rewards. Now this is a little bit different. You have 42 days to do it, which is a lot of time, honestly, because look, I've already completed most of all of it. Again, this is kind of time gated because right now we're locked at 9 resonator cubes. I think in 6 more hours we'll get another section of the anniversary. So, but yeah, make sure you're going in and getting all this stuff. Once we get into the event, if you look right above my camera where there is the Cubieverse, this is where it shows your quest and what you have to do to go towards the next level. Now, as you see, it says clear a Bowser Castle level 11. That's what I have to do. Most of the time it's just clearing levels. Sometimes you have to get cube levels up, stuff like that. But as you can see here, if we go into and try to actually get level 11, it is unlocked in 5 hours, and that's what I mean by this event is time gated. Now, the Bowser Castle is where the main part of the event is, and you just go in and you clear stages, you destroy enemies, and you get your rewards. It's all straightforward. Now, right below my camera, you'll see limited time rewards and standard rewards. Those are the menus that we just went over. Then in the middle, you have Cube World. Now, Cube World, honestly, there's not really a lot to do here. You can just roll around as your cube. You can interact with the cubes that you unlocked, and then that's really pretty much about it. Honestly, you can see the birthday cake, that you're building, and you just kind of roll around. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Then you have the Bowser Shop. A Bowser Shop is where you spend the cookies and the anniversary coins that you're going to get for clearing the stages. In all honesty, I think really you should only really worry about the red ones. When the red ones pop up, purchase them. I think maybe the awakening modules are kind of good too. You can it's like a gotcha. You're going to get a random 4 or 5 level module, but honestly, clearing the stages should get you like very powerful modules, so you shouldn't have to worry too much about this. But when the red ones pop up, definitely get them because I'll go over that later, but these are important. All right, now let's talk about the cube upgrades. Each resonator cube, it works like as an echo. You equip them on a character and you use them as an echo, and they go up to level 10. And each time you level up, you unlock more around this wheel here, and you can equip modules onto them. Now, what I am currently using, and I'll explain everything why, like honestly, you just slap a bunch of stuff on here and it gives you a bunch of stats, makes your characters super freaking strong, and then you just burn through the event. And there is co-op parts of the event as well. You don't have to do this alone. Once you clear a stage, you can do it with your friends. You can co-op it, and you get some revive chances in case you die. But this event is just a whole lot of fun. You just do a bunch of damage and kill stuff, and yeah, it's just a lot of fun. I don't think it's meant to be like super challenging. It's just, you know, stack damage, have fun. Now, personally, what I am using on my main damage dealer, Chang Li, I am using Camellia. That's because she spins around and does a lot of damage. And, you know, I'm just pretty much stacking my stats here. So like if you look at your stats, I have like crit rate, crit damage, attack percent, and resonant skill damage, you know what I mean? So if you look at these modules, you'll see like this one here gives you resonant skill damage, attack frequency, you know, -6.6. This one gives you, you know, attack percent. You know, this one gives you a skill cooldown and resonant skill damage bonus again. Like this is all straightforward stuff. Just stack the stats that you need. You know, if they're damage, you know, stack damage stats. If they're support, you know, stack HP and support stats, healing bonus, stuff like that. The thing to look out for, the reason why I said get your red modules is because red modules are known as exclusive modules. Once you have the exclusive module, you can equip it and it gives you more stats and it modifies what the echo does. So like for Camellia here, I get 300 more attack, and then it increases the duration of Vining Waltz by 5 seconds. Now, the other really cool thing about these modules is you have these ones on the left and the right. And these things will combine other modules with your own echo and just pop them all at once. So you can see how this is going to get really, really crazy. Now, for me, I'm using Roshia's cube because this one will create a tornado that pulls everything in together, makes grouping enemies up really nice. And then I'm using Chang Li's cube, and the reason why I'm using Chang Li's cube is because it increases the attack of all resonators in the team by 15% for 16 seconds. But the thing here is it stacks up to 3 times, so you can get an additional 45% skill damage. And the reason why I'm using this is I use Chang Li on all 3 of my echoes. That way every time I use one, when I switch and swap into a character, I'm getting that stacking attack percent buff. Now for my second DPS, my sub DPS, I am using Chang Li herself again to get that buff. And then on top of that, I am using Cantarella's cube. And the only reason I'm using Cantarella's cube here is because I don't have Brant's. If I had Brant's cube here, I would, because Brant like throws out these orange things and you swallow up all the orange things and you get more attack and HP percent. But I'm just using this as a placeholder for now because it's yellow and it's my strongest stat stick pretty much. And then I'm using Roshia's cube as well to help, you know, swallow up enemies and pull them in. And then for my support, I am using Shorekeeper, and the reason why is because it creates a field where she heals everybody, but more importantly, she increases everybody's critical damage by 50%. And then on top of that, I am using Chang Li's and Phoebe's cube. So I'm using Chang Li's cube to stack that attack percent, and then I'm using Phoebe's cube because it gives you like a shield. And then, you know, I just stack HP and I stack healing bonus, so my characters just never die. All right, there is actually one more thing I want to talk about with the cube upgrades. If you notice, all my cubes that I have unlocked, all 9 of them are level 10. And how did I do that so quickly? And honestly, this is something that's pretty easy. If you go in here, there is another thing you can do, which is decompile. When you decompile these things, you destroy them, you're going to get a ton of these cookies, which you can then turn around to use to level these up. Purple ones give you 4,000, and then the yellow ones give you 8,000. So this is what I would actually suggest to do. Once you start getting all of your characters with blue, destroy all your greens. Once you start getting purples, destroy all of your blues. Then once you have a mix of yellow and purples, you can just go ahead and pretty much destroy most of, if not all of your purples, and you should have enough to go ahead and level up all of your resonator cubes to level 10. And that's pretty much it for this event, this part of the event anyway. You just stack as many modules as you can, do as much damage as you can, and honestly, clearing it should be a breeze. So next we have the Cubie Derby warm-up, and this one's pretty simple as well. You're gonna every day make sure to come in here and you get obtain obtain dice. You have daily tasks, weekly tasks, and version tasks. So every day you're going to get up to 5 dice. You just go get your activity points, log into the game, and then you have weekly tasks, spend your wave plates, get your elusive points. And then version task is, logging in, clearing a Bowser levels, that sort of thing. Just make sure you're doing all this, because once you get your dice, you go into the event and you're going to be put onto a board, and what you do is you just roll the dice and go around the board. Now, 2 nice things about this event is you do have a 3 times option, so you just don't have to sit there and wait. And the other nice thing is if you look at the board, you see all of these extra rewards. You do not have to land on each individual one to get the reward. So I'm right here. If I rolled a 3, I would get this reward, and this reward. I wouldn't just get this one here. I would literally get all 3 of them at once. So that's something to note, and it's really that makes this event even better. And then every time you complete a rotation in this event, you will unlock even more rewards down here. So make sure that you are not neglecting this event, because you get more radiant tides and you get this nice little laureate wings. Moving on, we have the Gilded Nightmarket. Now this, you have to get these night market tokens, and how you get these night market tokens is down here. You hit obtain token, and you're going to have activity tasks, and you also have convene tasks where resonator and weapon. So here, every 10 pulls you're going to get, every 40 repeatable pulls you get 400. You do 10, you get 200, you get 20, you get 200. So these right here is where you get a lot of them at. It's really encouraging you to pull on anniversary, of course. Same thing with the weapon, except this one is not repeatable 7 times. It's only repeatable 3 times. Then you have your normal tasks, log in, clear a Bowser stuff, clear Derby, warm up 3 times. These are all things pertaining to the anniversary. You just go in here and read what you got to do and do it. Now, with the actual market itself, I think obviously the first thing you should go for is Radiant Tide. You do need to get 1,200 tokens and 2,200 tokens to get the rest of the tides. So do make sure that you're doing this and getting your tokens up and spending them so you can get your tides. Now, beyond that, I think these forgery premium supplies are actually really, really good, because this helps you build up your characters faster. And these modifiers here are really, really good, especially if you're a newer account or if you haven't really gotten lucky on your echoes. I think these modifiers are fantastic. I don't know why a lot of people are complaining about them, because these modifiers actually make getting your 3-cost echoes significantly easier. Because if you're looking for like a Glacio bonus, but you keep rolling like Spectro and Fusion, you can literally use this module to change it to your Glacio, and then you're good to go. You can go ahead and start rolling some tuners on it, right? So I think these modules are definitely worth going for. So how I would rank this out on how to go ahead and purchase your stuff, what to focus on, I would go Radiant Tide first, then I would go skins just for completionist sake. I don't even gonna use these, but I don't want to miss out on them, so I'll go ahead and purchase them. And then I would go forgery supplies so I can build up my characters better. I would get modifiers, then tuners and sealed tubes. One thing to note: when you're buying these tuners, buy these ones right here first, because you get 250 for 400 tokens, and then this one right here, even though it's listed for 30, it's going to cost you 730 tokens to get the same amount of tuners. So if you're min-maxing, go for this one first, because you get the same amount of tuners for a cheaper token price. But ideally, you're going to get enough tokens to clean out this whole shop anyway, but that's just how I would rank doing it. Then you have Memory Travelogue. Now this is a scale of the past event that works exactly like all of the other scale of the past events. You go into the Memory Travelogue, you hit explore, and it's going to have 13 different things for you to do. You just click on it, you hit your arrow, and it will tell you where to go. Bing bang, it's super easy. Make sure not to neglect that, because you're definitely going to need that to get some asterite. Then we have Gifts of the Grand Reunion. Make sure you do not forget to log in every day and get these. You got to make sure that you get your Radiant Tides. Honestly, the Lustrous Tides or whatever, but getting 5 extra pulls is always great, so do not forget that this is a login event. And then last but not least, we have It's Carnival time. What this is it is a join event. You have a code here that you can send. It's an invitation. Send it to a friend, send it to a player. If they come back, you both get a set of tasks to do and you get extra astrite and you get extra rewards. So this is a good way to bring your friends or bring other people back into the game, and you both get rewards for doing so. So this is nice to see. But that's gonna be it for today's video. If you found the video helpful, if you liked the video, make sure to like it. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about Anniversary? I think Anniversary is fantastic. Kuro is definitely blowing me away. I think everybody should be happy. They're giving us a ton of rewards. They're giving us a ton of astrite. They're giving us pools. They're giving us things to do. There's actual things to do instead of just like clicking a screen and log in. Like, I hate it. I really hate it when it's just login rewards. Don't get me wrong, I like rewards, but I hate it when it's just log in, get your reward. You have nothing to do. There's no content to do. There's actually content to do here, and there's co-op content. So it's just a lot of fun. Thank you for watching, guys. I really appreciate it, especially if you've made it this far. And as always, be safe out there, gamers. And I'll see you in the next one. Hey, what the hell? Die, you son of a bitch. I can't be that bad of a shot, right? That couldn't have been me.